Hi, this is something new I'm trying. It's a video blog. What I want to talk to you today about is the mission of St. Martin's United Church. Last year, we went through the Affirming Ministries process, and we described for ourselves a new mission statement, and we voted on it unanimously and passed it. And we became an affirming congregation of the United Church of Canada, which is super. But I want to come back to the mission statement. What interests me about the mission statement is that I've been here for 3 years. I know, 3 years. It's surprising. I've been here for 3 years, and I've been trying to figure out what is special about St. Martin's, because there is something special about it. Something that I was trying to put my finger on, something about the energy here. And I think I figured it out, and it's related to the mission statement. And I'm indebted to Keith and to all the people who are on the committee who created this mission statement. I have it here. The mission statement states that St. Martin's United Church publicly affirms that diversity is truly a gift of God and that all people belong here. We commit to living in right relationship with our Creator, ourselves, and the wider community. Right relationship with our Creator, ourselves, and the wider community. And that is what the strength of St. Martin's is all about. Right relationship. I see it in all sorts of different places in St. Martin's. I see it in our outreach programs that we sponsor refugees, like many churches do. But part of our sponsorship of Hamid and Hamila and Isa and Rayaz and Abdul and Akala, part of that is developing a relationship with them. And the members of the refugee committee who relate to them have such a great relationship. Hamid calls Dale his mother. Obviously his mother is in Canada now, but she has been that big a support for him and many of the other members of the refugee committee and volunteers in the congregation as well. That's just one thing. We try to keep ourselves in right relationship with the inner city of Saskatoon. We raised thousands and thousands of dollars for the Good Food Junction, a healthy grocery store in the midst of the core neighborhoods. We continue to give food and money to the Saskatoon Food Bank to live in right relationship with those people in Saskatoon who do not have enough. The intergenerational relationships in this congregation are, there's intergenerational relationships in every church, but in this church there is such an emphasis on it. The Faith Friends program, not every church has a Faith Friends program, and it connects young and older, and they communicate together and develop relationships. There are still in this congregation faith friends who sit together in church. Their ages might be divided by decades, and yet they are good friends. They are friends. And so it is these relationships, the connections that people make. And these are just some of the many relationships and the many ways in which St. Martin's engages in right relationship. And so that's our strength. And that is a strength to build on. And so as the staff, we are this year trying some new things, trying to build on the strength of the relationships that we have here and the strength of our mission of building right relationships with our Creator, with each other, and with ourselves. So part of our engagement in this in worship is by posting before the service a declaration that we are meeting on land that has been designated to be shared between settlers and the Indigenous peoples of Canada through Treaty 6. And so we post that, wanting to engage deeper in the right relationship with Canada's Indigenous peoples. and with those Indigenous peoples who are part of our congregation. We are trying to be more welcoming at the beginning of this service and to intentionally welcome families with children. We're intentionally trying to welcome newcomers to our congregation because we consider our mission not to just be in relationship with others in our congregation, but to extend that right relationship to our neighborhood as well. And I think St. Martin's is a neighborhood church. Part of our living out of the mission occurs through our building and the way in which we rent it to so many organizations. Today is October 19th. Currently upstairs we have the general election, the federal election, people voting in our sanctuary. We have in the basement, the Alerces preschool is still meeting. And tonight there might be the Society for, no, they wouldn't. They would be bounced out by the federal election. But we have so many different community organizations, yoga, Tai Chi, the Society for Creative Anachronism reenacting medieval times. We have theater groups meeting here. We have singing lessons happening here. It is, I think, a community gathering place. And that's the right thing. That is living out our mission, being in relationship with the wider community, inviting people into this space. And so I just wanted to share some of that because this was part of my work the last 3 years, is figuring out what it was about St. Martin's that was so special. And again, thanks to those people who put together the mission statement to articulate that. And we're, as a staff team, we're going to be leading in this direction. And as a board, the board has concentrated on trying to live out our mission as well. So for all of us who are in this together, let us continue to try and build our relationships together, connect with each other deeper, and live into right relationship.